It's funny. He's got a look in his face. Oh, he's got a nice shirt. Sorry.
Happy birthday!
Working hands right now. Unfortunately, now that's what it is.
Yeah!
Anybody that knows my father knows he can throw some bars. He's from time to time taking a few shots. And I always thought as his son I might be immune to that or maybe protected. I was not. And I'm not going to take the opportunity now, but I may come back around. But this is now officially the Dick Hilton roast.
Yeah!
So what we're going to do... You do. Oh, always at the roast. Yep. That's why I'll be gentle. Because I have stories I can tell you, but I can't, trust me. There's times I thought I had my father, and I just was like, threw a barb, and he comes right back. He's just too quick, I can't. But I did pretty good. But here's the thing. Dad was always, my dad loves people, truly, everybody. And whenever I was talking with friends earlier and saying how going to a doctor's appointment, as an example, when we come out of the waiting room, my father knew everything about the person that was sitting next to him while he was waiting. He's like, oh yeah, I talked to Jerry, he just moved up here, he's in Georgia, and he's been here 3 years, he's got a son, his son's in Providence, but his daughter lives in South Carolina. I'm like, and it's like within a half-hour conversation, but he truly, genuinely cares and wants to know about people. And I think that's why when I go somewhere, people say, when I say that's my father, they say he's an amazing, great guy. So, I said the nice part was done. I overdid it. I'm sorry. So we're going to take a moment to share some other sides of my father. Throw some stuff back that maybe I think you'll enjoy it. And I want to invite our first guest to the podium, and I'll come down to you, Mr. Gary Sisson. And if you guys don't know, Gary and my father worked together for many years, became great friends, and they taught me how to talk shit at golf.
I go back a long way, about 40 or 50 years, but I had never seen Dick mad only once in his life. And as you probably know, Dick was a pretty snappy dresser, and we played a lot of golf. And one time we were on a trip in Myrtle Beach, and I had to pick him up at the hotel, and we were going to go play golf. Anyway, Dick came out in all his radiance in a yellow outfit. He had on a yellow hat, canary yellow shirt, canary yellow pants, and canary yellow shoes. And like I said, I've never seen him mad ever in his life. You know what he's like. He's fun all the time. Anyway, he walked out and he walked up to me and said, "Hi, Gary." And I said, "Hi." And just then a seagull flew over top and jumped. And that is the only time I ever saw Dick mad. Remember that?
That's awesome.
Anyway, happy birthday, little guy.
We're gonna get around, trust me. Dad, people are clamoring. This is so I have a quick golf story, and then we'll turn it to everybody else. So I used to go to play at Van Skyke Island Country Club in the Cahoes, and Dad called me one time through the clubhouse, because we didn't have cell phones back then. He's like, "Hey, I'm going to be on my way through. You want to play 9?" I was like, "Yeah, that'd be great." So we're on the 4th hole. I'm 14. And he steps up, and my dad hit a drive like I've never seen. Crushed it. Absolutely crushed it. He turns back to me and he goes, he said, "Better reach the ladies' tees, Junior." I go, "Or what?" He goes, "You got to play the hole in your underwear." So I'm like, "I'm 14, Dad. What are you doing?" So I learned to perform under pressure. So I step up, and I was lucky. I cracked one, and it flew over his ranch. See that, Dad? I come walking off the tee, and this is when I thought I had it. I was like, "Dad, I'm going to play the hole in my underwear anyway." He's writing on the golf cart and looks up and he goes, "Go ahead, nobody will notice." True story. All right, I know there's a lot of people who are really ready to rip into you, so who's next? Oh.
My name's Dan Flynn. So my dad, Jim Flynn, is a great friend of the Hiltons, Dick and Mary. My mother was a great friend of Mary Hilton, Mary von Frick. But I was golfing one time with Dick at the Friends of 112th Street in Troy in True Park. This goes back probably 25 years ago. And so my father put a foursome together. It was myself, it was my dad, and it was Dick and Ricky. And we're golfing, and we're at Fair Park, and we're actually at the fifth hole. If everybody's ever golfed the fifth hole, it's a big gorge, and if you hit it hard and you hit the green, it's over by OLV, right back behind there. So we're out there golfing, and everybody's having fun, and Dick hits this shot. And he gets up there, swings, and he hits the ball so hard he rips the crotch right out of his pants. It's ripped right from the seams, right back up. His underwear is hanging out. And he looks back and says, I meant to do that. And every time I think about Dick Hilton, I think a lot of great things about you, Dick, but I laugh like hell when I think about you and Ricky and my father golfing at 112th Street. And my God, you hit the seat out of that pants or whatever you did. I made a lot of great memories that day. So happy birthday, Dick. I love you.
Hello, Uncle Dick. Uncle Dick, my dad was Uncle Dick's brother. So we were very close growing up. And I used to babysit Kathy, Debbie, and Ricky. And I would stay overnight, and Uncle Dick would make breakfast in the morning. And he would pay me for babysitting, which, by the way, I got 50 cents an hour. So, but then I would eat breakfast and ask for more toast. And he'd say, well, there goes 50 cents. And he would tease me and say, you're eating too much bread. And I'd end up with no money. And I love you very much, and I'm so grateful for you. Thank you.
So after the underwear jokes, I think we need to say something really nice about Dick, because anybody who knows Dick knows that he is just a family man, like through and through. My friend Dale and I, we were fortunate to help him out when he had broken his shoulder recently, and we would go and visit, and he would tell us about his family. And it wasn't just telling us about his family. He knew everybody's name, everybody's birthday. I swear he knew the day they were born, the day of the week they were born. He would recite all kinds of things about so many stories from the past. He had better memory than we did, I swear. I'm not kidding you. So everybody knows, Dick knows he's a super, super family man. But he can also tell a great story. And having been in sales many, many years myself, I could pick out the way he worked with his customers. So not only was he good at telling a story, but his stories would always end in a joke. And so you'd be listening to the story thinking he's going to be telling you something about something that happened, and then there's a big punchline, which always amazed me, just the way he could tell a story. And then there were some golf stories too, which some of them I'm wondering if I believed at the time, but now after hearing these stories about the underwear, I think he was telling the truth. But I do hope that maybe someday he can at least ride in the cart with me and give me some pointers, because I know he was a phenomenal golfer. But I just want to say happy birthday. I'm so happy we have been able to get to know you better, and I look forward to coming and watching General Hospital with you. So we know that 2 o'clock is General Hospital time, and then he may need to take a nap at the same time, so that if you're with him watching General Hospital, you might have to help him with the plot and some of the things that happen. But we love you, Dick. Love you.
Uncle Dick, I've known you my whole life. When he was about 19 years old, I was born, I guess, somewhere in the vicinity in high school. And he used to take me around in my carriage and show me off to all his girlfriends. But you're a person who I have a little extra privilege here because he's my godfather too. I love you very much, Uncle Dick. He's one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. It was like being a nephew to Johnny Carson or something. But so one of the funniest things he said to me one time was only a couple of years ago. That's it. I said, you know, since my hair's gone real gray like that, I said, everybody says I kind of look like you. He says to me, yeah, I knew you'd get better looking someday. Love you, Uncle Dick.
That's awesome. Oh, the turkey story.
So anyways, when we were, me and my sisters and my brother were younger, we would spend Thanksgiving between my mom and my dad and my Aunt Mary and my Uncle Dick.
Can I ask you to stop just a minute because
Yes.
remember I get to speak after you.
So this year, it happened to be Aunt Mary and Uncle Dick's year for Thanksgiving. So Uncle Dick decided he was going to cook the turkey. So he decided he was going to cook the turkey at and we were young then, but this is the story I've been told. It was like 250 degrees in the oven. So, and we're all young, right? And it was getting later and later. The turkey wasn't done yet, and we're all going, we're hungry, we want to eat. But of course, my mom and dad and Aunt Mary and Uncle Dick are sitting there drinking the wine, and they're going, it'll be ready. So I think we wound up eating about 10 o'clock that night when the turkey was finally done. That's my turkey story. What do you want to say, Uncle Dick? I know, you get even with me, I know. Happy birthday, Uncle Dick. I love you to pieces.
Beating them up. Anyway, my name's Jim Flynn, and that guy, my oldest and dearest friend. And believe me when I tell you this, I know where the skeletons are. Yeah, I know. I've been jerking around with him 76 years. What about skeletons? I know where they are. Believe me. But anyway, all I want to say to you, my friend, is to give you a heads up. We have a standing joke between this. When we've been going out over the years, I say, give my father a drink. And he looks and says, you're older than I am. And so he keeps beating me up and I beat him. But what I want to say to him, what I found out, because I'm older than you with grandfathers, when they start taking a lot of pictures of you, that's not good. I'll tell you, Dick. I know, when they take a lot of pictures, that's not good. Anyway, I want to say happy birthday to you. And I love you more than I can say.
There's just one person. Get ready for this shit.
When you told jokes for like 2 hours. All right, I'm going to do this in order. Who was the first one up? I remember Junior.
It wasn't me.
Now, my son is very staid, and he said, oh no, that's not what I said. I said, you have to play the hole with your dick out. That's exactly what I said. And he said, oh, well, I guess I will. And it won't make any difference, nobody will notice. That's I tell him like it is.
Therapy got you over that, though.
You never got paid? The first time I met Julie, I just got back from Germany. I went for 48 hours, 72 hours. I haven't slept. My mother has, my brother, Bob, Sue, Robbie, and Judy have done. Judy's only like, she was born after I left from Germany, even better. They came in my bedroom, of course, I'm crazy. Get the hell out! I said, get the hell out of here, you little bastard! I kicked her out. That was the first time we met. But she did eat a whole loaf of bread. And I never gave her 50 off of it. Besides, yeah, Mary said she was going to pay it. Other Irishmen you couldn't trust. So you always can't trust. He was the last speaker. Now, who was next? I said. Turkey. Well, Cheryl, you brought this on yourself. You did. You loved it. Pay the ass you want. Always never get any grief. This is the one here. The real child was forgotten. Well, she's forgotten, all right. I will also forget from my will. You said, you wouldn't remember it. You don't know. Yes, I will say, hello, Cheryl. It wasn't my fault. I never cooked that turkey. I was in charge of the sparkling burden, which I did very well. 4 or 5 every month. It wasn't my fault your father wanted to do it. I said, let's open one more bottle. Okay. Then there was, after, let's see, I can't remember. No, my pants?
Yeah.
I didn't have underwear on. I had to go home and change so I could go to the VFW after. I knew that was a riot. I missed all that beer. But Ricky, and then I remember you helped. You were a great golfer. The biggest problem was the ball. Never went where you wanted to. Or we wanted to. And besides, I said to your dad, does he play good? He said, well, he's so-so. I said, but you didn't tell me he was that bad. Don't feel bad. We never won it anyway. Because your father was just taking up golf. Because your father studied it. He had every book about golf. I couldn't tell him what golf was about because he knew it already. He was Clipper Flynn. They called him Clipper because he was a great Yankee. And now you don't even mention the Yankees. Do you? Second baseman, New York Yankees. Could have been.
I still think I'm Joe DiMaggio.
A line drive with to him would be a pop to the catcher. What games? Don't worry about that. Anyway, let's see. Down to the end.
Robbie.
Bobby.
I remember Robbie.
First
Oh, he's right there.
grandchild. Well, we used to sit you in a high chair and sing to your mother and I and father. And you would sit there and I tell you my brother, I say, is he retarded? I'm not supposed to use that word. Is this stupid? He says, well, one or the other. And my brother would say, one or the other.
Right here.
It'd be nice to have his big old heartbeat. He pulled his driver on his back and said, "Hey, that's a big club. What the hell are you doing, dude?" He said, "Well, he has a choice. He either have to take the wrong club and hit it good, or take a good club and hit it bad." And he said, "I never to this day understood what the hell that meant." But the pitch of it wasn't made par in the whole one. No, really, you're all, everybody here, like family. I love you all, and I thank you for coming. And I thank especially my daughters and son for putting this on for me. Somebody said, like Bob Hope said, if I knew I was going to live to be 90, I'd have taken a lot better care of myself. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Pops. We all love you. Now we'll get back to the festivities.